So, in my last video, I kind of scooted over how I colored my various lures. So I'm not going to be doing this one today, which is the one you saw in the video, but I will be showing you how to paint this little frog imitation that I made with it. I also made a second one just to try out what would happen if I didn't do a layer of white in the beginning, and it came out looking not too bad, this little one. So first thing you're going to do is paint it white. It should look something like this once you've painted it. This is just a different type of cork, champagne cork actually. So once you've painted it white, it'll receive the green paint better. It'll be a more even layering, like this one. So this is before the paint, and this is the one we're going to be painting now. So the colors you're going to need are green, red, black, and clear. And the clear is just to coat it at the end so that it doesn't chip and when you're using it, because a fish will bite down onto this thing and pull some of the paint off and it'll just look ruined. So first thing you're going to do is paint it white and then green, and now we're just at that stage already just for ease. So we're going to put the green over here. Now the first thing we're going to do is we are going to use the black paint. I like to get a little napkin and something with a sharp point. Take the little piece out here, put this over here because we don't need it right now, and I take the little piece with the sharp point on it. We're just going to do the dotted design. This one has a sort of fake leg design, and I think I'm just going to do the dotted design. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this. I'm going to make two large black dots behind the eye, because the frog has a large, slightly smaller behind the eye, just like that. Flip it onto the other side, do the same thing. Large black dot, like a real frog has. And then the smaller black dot, and we'll tip that with red later. Then what you're going to do is some sort of pattern, or you can just do it randomly. So I'm going to do a dot, and then a dot, and then a dot, all the way down. Even dots, make sure you get the polish all over it. And then you're going to do a leading dot up here, another dot, another dot, another dot. And you can vary the amount of polish you have on the end of your little wand piece to vary how large the dots are. And then once you have all the dots that you want, you're just going to go onto the bottom and do more. Just spot it all around. The bottom can be more random than the top because real frogs have concentrated dots along the top and then sort of randomish ones along the bottom. Might run out at some point. Okay, so once you have all the dots you want to have, you can put that down for a second. Just put that down to dry. Close up your black paint. You can pull out your red now. Just like the black, you're going to put this on the napkin so you don't get it all over your table. I'm just going to clean the black off of this so I don't mix all the paints that I'm using. Then you're going to get your lure. Get a little bit of red on there. You're just going to dab into the big black dot. You could also do it the other way by doing a red dot and then dabbing black into it, but this way I find shows more of the red. And a smaller one on the other side. And it'll beat up pretty big. You can come back later and get rid of that, but I'm going to do that now actually. It's a bit too much red on this right now. Yeah. Okay. Go to the other side, do the same thing. Dot with red. Oop. And a smaller dot for the smaller black line. Now you just want to blow on it. Let the paint move around a little. Maybe get your the little actual nail brush piece. Pull some of that off. It's a bit thick actually. And this will just imitate, because on the back of the frog, they have these little dots that are roughly the same size as their eye. Just one and then the other. And once you have something that looks something like that, I'm going to leave that to dry for a second. And the last color you're going to do is the clear. So put all these on the side. Clean off this because you're not going to need it anymore. Put this to the side. Okay, last color you're going to need is clear. I'm not going to show the whole thing, but what you're going to do, make sure this is properly dry, because if it's not dry, you're going to smudge all of those little black dots. And just for ease, I'm going to show you on this one, which is mostly already dry. Actually, I'll show you on the first one, because I don't want to smudge any of these paints. So what you do is you start from the top of one of the eyes, you put a layer on, nice thick, you want to get a nice little bubble of it, put a layer on, and then get another little bubble and do another straight line just down the lure, and then keep going all the way around until you've finished it, slightly overlapping and then evening all of your layers. You should come out with something that looks like this. This looks pretty cool. I'm going to do another video at some point testing out these lures. I don't know when that's going to be because I have to get to a lake to do that. Alright, so that's how I paint my frog colored lures.